along here is the start of 1,000 miles in an old English Land Rover that's 34 years old, that's done 330,000 miles, so that's over 500,000 Ks. What could possibly go wrong? Up YouTube.
Crikey!
Yo, and good morning YouTube. I'll press record, yeah. So this here is the start of the canning stock. Anyhow, fueled up, watered up. I've just had a nice lolly. Fuel here, $3.20 per litre. Now, I filled up in Alice Springs to get to here, and that was $1.92. So I've got 207 litres of fuel, which should be enough. Well, it will be enough, because about a third of the way in, you can get more fuel. So let's go. I'm just gonna air down the tyres because this is nice and corrugated, and I don't think I'm going to have to air up for the next 1,000 miles, if not more. Right, catch you later. I don't know how much of this you're going to hear, but it's strange. All these years I've wanted to do certain things in certain countries. One of them is the telegraph track and canning stock route. I've done the telegraph track. I've done the bottom half of the telegraph track. So I'm 5 miles into the canning stock route. Only another 996 to go. Or something like that anyway. Kind of a reflection that people set goals in their life to do, but nobody ever does it because they always make an excuse. I can't afford it for this, I can't afford it for that, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm afraid to do this, I'm afraid to do that. There is a lot of that, which, you know, don't get me wrong, I've been very afraid to do a lot of the stuff that I've done, but I've done it. I'm terrified of heights, really terrified of heights, and yet I climbed up a 40-foot ladder up a cliff in Mesa Verde. I flew on a small plane round Denali and landed on a glacier. I don't know much when you jump out of an aeroplane, but I don't know, I might draw the line at that. But there's things like that I've done, and it's not easy for me doing what I do. It's incredibly hard. It takes a lot of, I should say a lot of balls, but it's also a lot of, oh sod it, I'm just doing it. You know, the best advice that somebody gave me, well, a couple of bits of advice, one, always have a fan when it's hot, they don't have air conditioning, and somebody else always said, I think it was David and Jane of Lizzie Bus, they actually said to me, set a date and stick to that date of when you're doing something, and that's what I did. So I was in Africa at the time, and I set a day of the 10th of April 2023 when I was going to start my around the world trip, I did. I was in Canada on that day, my Land Rover because it was 3 days late, so I could start my round the world trip, which is pretty good. And that was like 7 years late earlier. So you kind of got to set a date and stick to it. Just do it. Life is too short, really is too short. Really hard to explain. It really is hard to explain. Everybody makes excuses, and you know, I've made excuses myself because I don't want to do something. A dead snake there. But everybody makes excuses and they don't want to do anything. Yeah, that's fine. But it's a big wide world out there. The things that I've seen, the things that I've done, things that I'm still seeing and still doing. You know, this is the best part of 2.5 years I've been travelling. Poor old Clarky boy. Poor lad. You know when you think it's hot and then you hear it's hot. Anyway, old Clarky boy, poor lad. Poor lad. His corrugation's horrendous, but there's the sun behind me. Well 51 you can't actually get to because that section's closed, because I tried to go from one side, from the north side down, and there's a lake bed and it's just horrible black sticky stinky mud, so I couldn't get down. But the other part of the road going south to north, it's saying it's closed, so that's why. Anyway, so I couldn't get to well 51, but I can get to well 50. So this is well 50 of the Canning Stock route. Obviously it's been filled in or whatever, but you can see the wood round, and obviously these, so they fasten them to them and then drop them down on a rope, fill them full of water and come back up. But you see, not a lot really here, but so that's pretty cool anyway. Well, I think it's cool, but it's all part of it. I think I'm going to camp it here at well 50 today. Yup, and good morning YouTube. Well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, sun's out, it's hot, I'm on the Canning Stock route. So this is the start of day 2 of the Canning Stock route. The first day I was actually miles out, but I only did 88 miles of the Canning Stock route yesterday, but because I was like 100 miles further on the telemark track, so by the time I got in, fueled up, watered up and everything, it's a bit late. But the track's rough, I expected it anyway. But we'll see how far we get today. I have no idea. So this is the start of day 2 of the Canning Stock route. So let's go. I've got my important thing, got my cup of tea with my Yorkshire tea bags. Can't get safer than that. So when you're on the canning stock crew, it always pays to check grass doesn't get trapped underneath. Land Rovers are pretty good. They don't trap grass, because what happens is they trap grass underneath, and then the exhaust sets them afire. That is a big problem. Oh, Jerry can. We've got a date on it. Oh, it's not got a date on it. But yeah. So that's an Engel fridge. Oh, what a shame. What a good fridge they are. And that's the remains of an Engel fridge. The stove. Yeah. So it's some sort of Toyota, that's for sure. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty goosed. Not the best. Be careful. You see melted aluminium everywhere. You really have to be careful. Yeah. You really have to be careful. Somebody's day ruined. Well. 49 times. So this is well 49. And it actually looks like it's active. Maybe. It's hard to film it and do it at the same time. Yeah. Well, to be fair, somebody is in front of me, because that would have gone by now. Nobody's passed me, so that would have definitely evaporated by now, so it's not too far away, I think. So, like I said before about what's it? Here is a Ford Explorer. Yeah, been here a while. Definitely been here a while. Wiggles Tour 25. So yeah. Yeah, I don't think that V8's going to run again. Yeah. And it is what it is. These are the Canning Stockwell 48. Now look at the scenery though. That so reminds me of the Utah. That's stunning. When I did the White Rim Trail in Utah, oh, stunning, absolutely stunning. So this is the remains of the well. As you can see the depression. And then obviously through time, you know, obviously they used the buckets and cables and stuff. There's not a lot here to see, but just being here, for me, I'm getting goosebumps. It's just a thing. It's a bit odd, but it's just a thing. It's hard to explain it really, that you just been somewhere with a lot of history, and you know, if these wells wasn't here, they would have died. It's damn hot out here, I tell you. So, this is well 47 of the Canning Stock route. Slightly different. It looks like it's like made of a trough. I pump it out and then made a trough so animals maybe, I don't know. It's a bit different, isn't it? It's just a hole in the ground obviously. But yeah, little bucket. Yeah, just 47. It's time for dinner. I don't normally stop for dinner, but I need to cool down. Land Rover needs to cool. Well, the shockers need to cool down because they're a bit warm. So I'm gonna have some dinner, and then I don't know, maybe do it. I think I've done about 80 miles today. So I might do another 20 miles and then camp up early because I need to do the video. Right, see you in a bit. Hello again. It would be rude not to really, wouldn't it? Put a sticker on. So this is well 46. Well 45 is 24 kilometres that way. But this is a working well. I like the way that they've used a trailer back. Let's see if there's any water in it. Oh yeah, water in it. You can see the old thing as well. So we're gonna have a nice shower today. I might just put that down first and just see how much is in there, and then have a shower and do some washing up. But yeah, it's quite useful using a back of a truck. Walrus Restoration 1991. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, there's enough water to do what I need to do, and then I can fill up tomorrow morning. Well, when you're thinking cars, and this one, for some reason, this is a Nissan Patrol, but you can see the chassis snapped. So I'm guessing that's what's happened here. The chassis snapped. Probably too much weight. Probably too much weight. Yeah, I'm guessing. Far too much weight. Yeah. It's foot anyway. So I wonder, that looks like a roof, but I wonder if the back body there is actually part of this. As you can see there, so it's fucked. Yeah, that's bad, is that? Yeah, that's bad. Snapped its chassis. Yep, that doesn't do no good. Look. Camel tracks. They must have come. I wonder if they came through last night. Hang on, where's my tie tracks gone? I haven't seen it. Oh, I've seen one camel, but it was dead. It stunk. Look. First camel. Well, the first alive camel. That's pretty cool. Yo, and good morning, YouTube. Well, this is day 3 of the canning stock route. I did a load of sand dunes yesterday, so I've got my sand flag up. You can see there, look. But I don't know when the next set of sand dunes is. But today it's very just scrub. I know it is. It's a track through the scrub. It's so quiet. So quiet. really fucking quiet. The only thing you get is waking up for a pee in the middle of the night, but that's all man. That's all man issues. Is that? Nice. I only need one thing, but she can't be with us. But alas, Ella, I'm thinking about you. Anyhow, you should love this. I messaged her this morning. I've been talking to her this morning, and she really would love this. Bit of solitude, peace and quiet. Anyhow, let's get cracking and try not to run over any of these termite mounds. Yeah, there's about 1,000 sand dunes to cross, so I've no idea. Hang on, camels. About 3 or 4 camels over there. If you saw them or not. But yeah, so my first camels today. Well, first alive camels today. So that's pretty cool. Very cool indeed. Right, did it.
Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah.